Time to wrap up the week with hot topics lighting the internet abuzz. Scott Jennings is back, along with CNN contributor and host of the Cari Champion Show on Prime Video. Cari Champion, glad to have you both here. I'll begin with you, Cari, because you have undoubtedly seen the viral clip now of LeBron James confronting Stephen A. Smith at last night's game. Well, today, Stephen A. is revealing what that was all about.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. He clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it.
Stephen A. has been critical of Bronny James's performance in the NBA. Cari, he's repeatedly expressed that he, quote, isn't ready. Who's right here?
You know what? If I'm honest with you, Laura, I think they're both right. I think that as a father, LeBron is like, you can't talk about my son that way, outside of the fact that, yes, I know that he is a rookie in this business. And yes, I know that I had a lot to do with him being drafted, but he is still my son first and foremost, before the title, before an NBA player. On the other hand, Stephen A. is paid to do exactly that, which is why he received that huge contract. He is paid to make critiques. He is an analyst, as we are, and he calls it like he sees it. However, Stephen A. said that he has never said anything bad about Bronny. His main issue was about why would LeBron put his son in this position, and that also isn't accurate. So if I'm looking at outside looking in, they both have very, very, very legitimate reasons for why they feel as if they could say what they want to say. But LeBron's a father first, and so I can empathize with the parents protecting their son. That's his first thing. My wife is looking at me crazy. People are talking to me like, why are you letting this man talk about your son that way? He went into protection mode. It's very fair.
Well, Scott, you have, I think, 37 kids. I'm only kidding. We joke around. You have any kids, Scott. But I want to play for you what Stephen A. has been saying.
No.
Go ahead.
I'm not at Elon level. I'm not at Elon levels yet.
I knew that was coming. I knew it. I was wondering if you were going to say it. I let you in. That bait, that hook, it's in your cheek, my friend. Listen to what Stephen A. had to say about Bronny, though.
As a father, stop this. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. There are millions of kids out there starving to play in an NBA game that are more qualified than his stats show.
Scott, is it appropriate for LeBron to have confronted him?
Look, LeBron is a huge baby. The only reason that his son is in this position right now is because his dad demanded that he be put in the league. He's not ready to be in the league. And that's just a fact. I mean, anybody can watch the game and know that. That's number one. Number two, Stephen A. Smith is well within his rights to criticize this. Number three, and I just want to make a political point. If Stephen A. Smith expects to be the president of the United States, which it sounds like he does expect to be that someday, he's going to have to tighten up and toughen up a little bit. When I heard him talk about this morning, I heard someone who'd been backed down a little bit, who had been sort of cowed a little bit by LeBron James. Brother, if you run for president or become the president, you're going to have a lot tougher conversation with a lot more important people. So toughen up and stand by your criticism. But I think in this case, LeBron James, huge baby, huge baby.
Cari, what's your thought?
No, he's not. He is a father. And that was his reaction as a father. Scott, I'd like to see if any of your kids ever make it to any type of professional level of sport and they are being criticized. You would feel a way. That's just a fact. You can't deny that. Secondly, Stephen A. isn't a baby. I'm not defending Stephen A. But what he's saying is I have empathy. I understand. I'm a father of 2 girls. I understand what it feels like to want to protect your children. It wasn't about toughening up. It was like, okay, maybe let me take a pause. And when you talk about qualified politically, Scott, this is not a time or a space for you to talk about people not being qualified for positions that they are given because they are friendly with people. You know, as I know, there are positions that are being handed out right now to people who are in this current administration who are not qualified.
I was going to say, maybe it's the mommy in me, but I think about Bronny as well. I mean, I know he's coming as the father, and Stephen A. has his own angle, of course, as a commentator and talking about it. But I mean, if you're Bronny, you want to play, and this is the cloud under which you are playing.
That's why you don't see a lot of that. You don't see many NBA players having sons. If you have a success, like Michael Jordan's son didn't play. I think of Magic Johnson's son. I think of these players who belong on Mount Rushmore of basketball. Their sons didn't play. It's very rare. What we see with Del Curry and Steph Curry, Del Curry wasn't as great as his son. So you don't have this cloud under you. This has never been done before. And I have no problem with nepotism because we see it all the time. So it's okay. His son is in the G League. He's filling it out. It's okay. I'm okay with it in this instance.
Scott, are you okay with it? Scott's arms are crossed.
Yeah.
Look,
Fine,
I mean,
Scott,
I
go
feel
ahead.
bad for the kid because I feel bad for the kid because his dad makes the Lakers put him in the league. He's clearly not ready for it. And then his dad's mad that everybody happened to notice. The kid's been put in a bad spot, but LeBron James, my gosh, look around, brother. You're one of the, you're the third or fourth greatest NBA player of all time. You know he's not ready. You know he's not ready.
Well, goodness, I would love to see Scott Jennings try to take on any part of Bronny James. I'm intrigued by what this would look like and see who's ready. But you know what? I'm not going to start.
I'm not arguing I'm a great basketball player. I'm a commentator, just like everybody else.
Well, I'm a great basketball player. Don't speak for me and what I can do on a court, Scott Jennings. We don't know what Laura Coates can do on a court. We don't know what 5'3.5" looks like in shorts. Thank you very much.
Laura plays point, and I know Laura's a great point guard, and I'm pretty sure she can do this shot on the court.